How's it going, everybody? And welcome to, I guess, part three. After the last episode, I had to order, a new fuel basket and some other things, and it kind of spiraled out of control. I say out of control, but I went ahead and upgraded the fuel filter to get rid of the factory fuel filter. I damaged that fuel line, and unfortunately, that fuel line was anywhere from $60 to $80. So I'm running AN fuel line now, just from the fuel pump assembly, the hat, to where the old fuel filter was. I'm gonna replace that fuel filter, but there's gonna be a new fuel filter in there. So I guess in this video, let's get that Hellcat 525 pump into the Silverado fuel basket. Shouldn't be that hard. So this is my first time actually looking at this. This is just a cheap fuel pump assembly off eBay. Nothing crazy. So this is the full fuel pump I'm using. It is branded TI Automotive. But apparently, for decades, the walbro automotive fuel pumps have been manufactured by TI Automotive. These are the same pumps now branded with the TI Automotive name. So they claim they're the same. So I know the pumps are like over $200 if you buy them from like Summit, the Hellcat 525s. I think I paid like, I don't even know, I like a little over $100 with the install kit. Of course, this is this is quantum fuel systems. Anyways, this came with the fuel pump kit. I've had this pump for a while now because I originally was going to put nitrous on my truck. Never got around to it. Sure is a beefy pump. So to pull these apart, they have tabs on either side. And honestly, I expected to break my old fuel pump right here doing this. I fully expected it. I should have went ahead and just ordered one. If I can undo that side. Come on now. It's not wanting to pop apart. I'll take a screwdriver. Dang. Maybe try to push the other side in. And now that side wants to come out. And there we go. So that was the trick. One side wants to come out first. There we go. Alright. Pull that guy out. Alright. So it's just, it's got a lock. You got to get that out of the way, and that will slide out. This in there. Nice. Fits rather well. No. Dang, I may be able to reuse this. I put a little heat to this, shove it on. don't really know. Get this out of the way. So comparing these two pumps, it's not the same length. Get this, get that through there. Look at that. Oh, huh. So it looks like it might actually fit. Look at that. It's pretty neat. Steel hat. I wonder if I'd be better off to kind of cut out the bottom of this a little bit. Just allow a little bit more fuel to get in there, because looking down in there, I don't know. I don't know. I can't believe it fits this well. It's kind of wild. So okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to trim two little tabs right here. Maybe, yeah. Looks like I'm gonna have to trim two tabs. Oh, actually, maybe not. Wow, that's unmodified. Huh. Look down in there. Look down in there, there's the thing. But I think I'm gonna wanna pull that back out and cut out this area. After looking at it, yeah. All right, so to get that fuel saw in there more and get a lot more fuel flow, I think I'm gonna take a tool and just kind of cut this out right here. So I'm gonna stay out of this area. I think that's where the return comes down, maybe. For some reason. I don't understand what's going on there, but yeah. Don't really know what that's doing, but we're gonna try to stay out of it. Oh, there we go. Huh. Well, I just took that out and made a Mel of a Hess, as my grandfather would say. Mel of a Hess. Okay. Okay, let's put her all back together. So I put that factory rubber piece on there. And look at that. Like it's meant to be there. Okay. Let's shove this thing in there. Get around all the other stuff. Right there it goes. Wow, that fits so much better. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. I can shove that thing all the way down. Nice. All right. Is this thing? I'm getting high. I am tickled to death with that. I am super tickled with that. So now I gotta get this fuel line. Of course, you can buy this fuel line set. You can buy this, you know, another piece. But I was just curious if I could reuse it, because it appears to be the same size. All right. This is the piece it came with. Oh, it is a little bit thicker, ain't it? It ain't that much difference. It's pretty dang close. It's pretty close. This piece definitely is not long enough. I'd have to buy some different stuff. So I need to remove this fuel line. I'm gonna have to get something when I go to work tomorrow on lunch or something. We got a Parker, like an air hydro store that sells Parker. And I think that's gonna be my best bet. So I got the old fuel hose off. So that's good. So now I need to get some 3/8 line. Of course, I could take this in and, you know, get something close to that. That's what I'll do tomorrow. Because this one ain't gonna cut it. Coming up short, as always. But that ain't a big deal. So now, what we need to do is, actually, that came in that kit. Aha, all right. Now what we need to do is splice this into there. So this is our new wire. Of course, this is really thick compared to this wire, which I don't think it's going to matter. Man, that'd be really cool if I could repin this. Oh, look at that. Look at this. This kit actually came. So there's that. Look at that. I can pin my own. That is awesome. All right. This is like an eBay kit, and I'm actually blown away. This is what came with the fuel pump. It's hard to see. But black is fuel pump ground, and gray is fuel pump power. That's awesome. So it shows me exactly what I need to do. And obviously, red power, black ground. So what I'm gonna do is, don't really matter. We'll take this, just snip it off. Strip them back. I'll say this is probably like 14 gauge maybe. That seems to work. Okay. So looks like these pieces can go on after, and these pieces are the that go in. So I need to, I don't know if I can get a peek in there and see what this looks like. Let's go and pull that apart. I don't think I'm having any luck depinning it, but yep, they just have the red pieces put on there. So I'm gonna push that on there. Push that on there. All right, fly out here. I don't have the crimping tool to do these properly. Believe it or not. I don't know anybody that does. So I'm gonna do my best. Just kind of folding the tabs over on this. Give it a nice little squeeze. Do it again for the back one. Do it again. Everything's pretty much staying together. Good squeeze, good squeeze. That's on there. All right. Let's do the same for the power. Good squeeze. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. squeeze. I'm just bending these tabs over. I know I can't really show you what exactly I'm doing, but so that's what they look like now. I need to make sure I put them in the right side. So this goes in like this. So this one is going to be power. I don't know which. I think it might go in like this. Yep, that's it right there. You make sure that's right. So we got the gray wire going to the red, so that is correct. Awesome. Now I'm pushing. I guess I can wait to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the next one in. It's got a real the first one clicked. That one didn't click. I guess it's fine. So we're gonna shove in these stoppers with my electrical certified flathead. Okay. Now we can take this guy. I don't know if there's a certain side it goes on. You can look. I didn't look at that. Looks like it goes. I'm not really sure. Guess we just try one. Is that one way? Oh, I don't know. Actually, that looks right. It's got a rounded piece right there. So there we go. That was incredibly simple. Okay. So yeah, we just repinned it. Let me grab my meter, and we can do a little check to make sure we got everything correct. All right, so I looked it up, and it's anywhere from 40 to 250 is what it should be. So like 250, I think, is empty. So that's 52. That's pretty. Oh, yep. So there's 39.3, and there's 248. So that's perfect. Like, that is perfect. Okay, as you can see, we're back under the truck. I'm replacing this line. This needs to come off somehow. There we go. All right, save that for later. So that way, when we hook it back up, it's got something to grab onto. Yeah. There's some Spideys down there. That's what I want to get a hold of. Okay. Alright, let's get this all cleaned up again. You know, just every time you clean it up, it seems like you get more mess. I am going to just get some 1/4-inch line and make a new T-fitting here. Instead of trying to fix it. You know, I could not find this line, and it was pretty expensive, even the ones I did see. So we're going to keep the vent, but I need to cut that off so I can get the right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some hose that'll slip over that and get a new T-fitting and cut this somewhere and run it. Just run a new one. So we need to remove this fuel hat, or this whole assembly. It's got a locking ring there, or like not a locking ring, but like a little lug that kind of helps lock it in. That was easy enough. not good. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I think a bunch of rust just went down into the down into the pan though. Or into the, not the pan. Alright. Let's be, oh, that's terrible. Oh no. Most of it didn't go down in there. So I got a little WD-40 here. Found that at work anyways, that's a pretty good cleaner. It takes, you know. Ugh. Gunky. Okay. All right, so I've yet to add the fuel line. So I'm just seeing how everything's gonna fit together here. That much. I'm going to slip that on. There we go. But that's the return. Okay. Yeah. So that would have went right back on if that piece hadn't broke. But it did. So let me show you what we're going to do. Okay. So what we're going to do is I have these fittings that are made to go on these. Look at that. It's an this goes to -6, which is the same size 3/8 line. I mean, all you have to do is really thread that down, and it's got O-rings and everything in there. So that's what our feed is going to be now. I've got some more -6. This is the PET. I think that's what it is, but it is ethanol rated, so that's a plus. So I got a straight fitting. -6. This all came in the kit. It's gonna go straight down. I need to get that line. I need to get this end on this line. I think that might be my step number 1. You know, that I got that on there. That ain't going nowhere. But I got 20 feet of this -6. And if I remember correctly, it can be kind of a butt trying to get it all together. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So you force that over. So when you cut it, oh, what did I draw? What did I draw? It's that little adapter, or not adapter, but sleeve. Do not lose that. I think that's what seals her off. I need to make sure I get it on there the right way now. Okay. I think I have it. So that's got a slip inside. Oh, look at that. All right, so that, so this is my first high quality, buying some high, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose this. First high quality. I'm gonna put a little WD-40 on this. Probably gonna make it harder on myself. Make sure you got your other piece slid on. And I'm going to remove this tape. Okay. So that's going to go together. We'll push that together. And I think it's just pushed together. Yeah. So just twist these dudes together. Ignore that I'm not going, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, that's on there. Okay. But we got to meet it down there on the fuel, on the rail. Right into there. I'm not going to tighten this down because I guess I'll go ahead and tighten this nut on here. As I can just loosen this up. All you gotta do is loosen this up. And you got a quick disconnect fuel line. So, I don't know if you can see it. Pardon Chester, he's trying to catch flies over here. Yeah, should get that. Trying to get that straight back in there. Don't want to cross thread it. All right. So let's go ahead and secure this connection. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Ugh. So let's just put this back on there. Make sure when we line everything up, we got plenty of room to do what we need to do. Now let's not go anywhere. Granted, you know, I don't have my locking ring on there yet, so it's still kind of floating there. But there's that. All right. That's going to connect there. And I cut off the vent line. So this guy's actually going to come out of here. So let's go under the truck. Okay, so I dove into it and I got a fuel leak right there. It's hard to see, but it's right behind here. The fuel line's rusted through and cracked. So instead of just running the fuel line down and meeting this filter, I'm just bypassing it. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I think I'm just gonna add my filter that's coming in. I think I'm just gonna add it right here, just right underneath. I can zip tie everything up. It'll be out of the way. It's not ideal. I really didn't want to run an all new fuel line because usually if you're gonna run fuel line, you might as well just go a little bit bigger. I wouldn't be running -6 for a feed. I would have went ahead and ran some -10 because that would support a lot more horsepower. But they say you can get away with -6 for quite a bit. I've heard stories of people running, 900 to 1,000 horsepower on just some -6. So we'll see. My pump won't go that high. So I've kind of just followed the original line here, but as for right now, this is probably about the best it's gonna get. All right, so I've come on the other side of the frame rail. So these are my brake lines. that's fine. I don't really care. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run them up on the other side. Run my line up on the other side of the bracket. Come in beside my brake booster, which is right here. Let's see if I can get a better angle. So I'm going to come in beside my brake booster. All right, so right on this bracket. Put a zip tie on it. That's going to hold it in place for me until I, run it up for the fuel regulator. All right, now that we have the new fuel line put in because it was all rusted, I think we can lower the front of the truck down and start unplugging some stuff. I'm gonna leave the back jacked up just because there's no need to put it down. But we can lower the front down, get it close to the ground, and start pulling off all the electrical, because I have the Holley Terminator Max, and I also got the integration harness from CP Performance. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But that does mean we have to take out all the other wiring. So it's not gonna be too bad. I'm confident in what we're doing here. I think we can handle it. Actually, let's run the electrical for the fuel pump first. I don't know if y'all can see this, but I am going to run, it's a dedicated hot wire for this pump. The Hellcat 525 pump draws quite a bit of amperage, quite a bit. So it's really too much for the stock wiring. It would probably, so let me rephrase that. It would probably work, but you're gonna have so much amperage and voltage drop, maybe not amperage, but voltage drop over that distance from the front. You're not gonna be able to adequately power the fuel pump. So what I'm gonna do is, we know that let me grab my diagram. So what I'm gonna do is, we know that the black is the fuel pump ground and the gray is the fuel pump power. So, and it says purple and orange are the sending, or the level sender, which we know that. So really, these two wires here, I need to cut and splice on my 10 gauge. That's going to be running all the way to the front and connected to the battery. So yeah. So this is 4-strand 10 gauge wire. All right. So what this means is, in the future, if I want to run 2 fuel pumps, I'll go ahead and have it. I'll go ahead and have my green. I'm gonna run black and red on this one just for simplicity. I'll go ahead and have green and white set up to where at future times, if I want to run 2 fuel pumps in this thing, I'll have enough power. The price of this stuff isn't too bad. Especially, you might as well just get this instead of the 2-strand. Some people run individual strands. I'm not a big fan of that. But the goal is now, so I need to strip back these. Ooh, well, let's go ahead and strip the red and the black back. These are annoying. All right, get these stupid things out of the way. All right. go ahead and strip the red. Okay. Go ahead and twist these. As luck would have it, I had two. That means I got one shot to do this without messing it up. So as it turns out, I got way too much on that. So let's go ahead. So I've got a rusty pair of linemen's. Ooh. Pinch the crap out of it. All right, that's good. And let's do the same for the positive side. We'll do black to black. Okay. Smash the crap out of it. And we'll do gray to positive, gray to powder. Looks like I got a good, maybe. I need to get a little heat back here. There we go. There we go. You can see it kind of go translucent, and that's, and you can see it, it's got some kind of glue in it. You can see it really grab a hold of those wires. Beautiful. Got me some electrical tape. And what I want to do is actually, I think I want to wrap these together. Is that weird? So I want to wrap these up together. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Go ahead and add this other power wire in here. Well, that ain't good. Okay. Just make sure you get anything that might be live. Just go ahead and wrap it up. So I wrapped around one first, and then I kind of went over to the other one. Yeah. Okay. So I know for a fact that these are not going to have any power on them. Just because I ain't gonna hook them up yet, but just for my sanity, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of tape on them, just in case something changes and I accidentally hook them up. Which, if I accidentally hook them up, probably gonna be a bigger issue. All right. So let's just plug these in real quick. See how they look. Okay, so actually I may be able to get away with that right there. Okay. So Okay. That's when I lost it, midnight and lost it, and I'm exhausted. What this all for? Let's make this look like a GM auto worker. Looks like it never even happened. Except for the big massive power cable coming in, you know. Other than that. All right. It ain't the prettiest, but it should work. So that's gonna get plugged in there. This is gonna get plugged in there. And then this just kind of lays down in its normal path. Nice. And now we have the full voltage getting to the plug. This is such a short run of wire. I don't think it's going to change anything. I think we're going to be okay on that. This is what I see a lot of people doing anyways, you know. So, awesome. Awesome, awesome. So really, I just need to run my power, this wire all the way up to the cab now. I've got it kind of tucked in here. I'll probably I need to put a zip tie on that probably. Yeah, I'll put a zip tie on that. But other than that, all I need is my locking ring to come in and the Hellcat pump will be in. Pretty sweet. Yeah. So, okay. All right, so I ran my 4-strand power wire up here for my fuel pump. Gotchester. You can see it, I just kind of ran it along with the power wire on for my trans cooler in the back. I didn't really do anything. I bet I'm gonna hook it in right here and run it up and just do a relay up here somewhere. Obviously not on in the fender well, but up into here. I'll do a relay up in here. I got a 30-amp breaker instead of a fuse. I got a breaker, so hopefully that'll help me out with the just saving a little bit of space. And I think it'd be pretty cool. I'll be able to shut the fuel pump off with just a breaker if I just want to turn it over without starting it. But anyways, let's move on to what we're gonna do next. All right, so I have lowered the truck down. I took the jack stands actually out of it. It's just sitting on the floor jack. The wheels are still off of it. You know, just all the craziness. Probably about, you know, just so I could get it low. That's kind of the plan. So with the current performance integration kit, the way I understand it, I no longer need any of my factory engine bay wiring. The way I understand it. I'm not going to completely pull it out of the truck yet, but I am going to disconnect everything. And also with the Holley Terminator X, you know, the coils, the injectors, the coolant temperature, the oil pressure, the air intake temperature, all that is going to be controlled by the Holley. So I no longer need it as well. So the people that's been around a while, my 2-step box, that's got to come out of here too, which I'm gonna put that up for sale because I actually got 2-step on the well, it's a secondary rev limiter on the Holley, which is basically a 2-step launch control 2-step, whatever you want to call it. So I don't guess there's really much to it except to just start unplugging stuff, right? let's go ahead and take off my throttle body. I'm converting it from drive-by-wire to drive-by-cable. Yeah, I don't know, it just seemed easier to me. That may not be true. May not be true at all. But when I was thinking about doing all this, it just seemed like that might be easier. I'm gonna need my wrench. Oh, dang it. Oh my goodness. Where's the hose? Okay. What a mess. Shotgun blast. All right, I'm calling it on this video. We got the fuel pump done and we started unplugging everything and taking the throttle body off. I've just made a heck of a mess trying to get the coolant out of the truck. And I'm just gonna call it a day. But we're making progress. And that's all that matters, right? So, anyways, thanks for watching. God bless, and y'all have a great evening.